Hello, IGN. My name is Jose Otero. I am here with Brendan Graeber.
Hey, guys.
And Brendan, just in last week's Nintendo Direct, Wii games are coming to your favorite Wii U platform, apparently. Now, they've announced 3. So we're actually loading one up right now so you can see it.
Wii menu.
Yep. So from this point on, you need a Wii remote and a sensor bar to use the Wii menu. All right, cool. And we don't need to pair anything, so we're okay. This is all here just to save you some time. And now we're going to go with TV only because you're not going to see the gamepad. Yeah. So for context for folks, every Wii U has backwards compatibility. It has a Wii mode. Apparently, what this seems to be is executable files that go directly to Wii mode but are still being played technically in Wii mode. And they're reselling these digital files for $10 the first weeks they're out. That's US bucks. And $20 regularly. So if you missed out on the Wii, which I do know some Nintendo fans who have, this is your opportunity to jump in on that and play those games.
Yeah, there's oh, my battery's going to die.
Nice job.
I'm player 2, it's fine. If I die, nothing happens.
Okay. So you were going to say about this.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think it's a great thing for people who may have missed out on some of these titles, especially like the later titles like Galaxy 2 or the Prime Trilogy, especially because the Prime Trilogy is so hard to find.
And expensive. That's right.
I saw it yesterday at GameStop for like 40, 50 bucks.
Okay.
And it's just like, okay, I don't think I want to spend that much on Wii titles. But $10 the first week is such a steal for 3 great Prime games.
It is. It is. Yeah, you are getting 3 games for $10. I didn't even think about that. So Brendan is going to play as the assistant star, but his Wii remote is dying, so this is not going to go that well. So just so you know, if you already own Galaxy 2 or a save file for Galaxy 2 was transferred with your Wii into your Wii U, this still works with that. So if you have a complete file or you have a file pretty far along, but you don't have a copy of the game, and that can happen. Folks sell or trade or lend it to a friend and never get it back. We've all been there. You can still use that save file with these files or with these games. Also, so you know, if you do hit the home menu at any time, which I'm about to right here, you'll see that this is just the Wii mode, essentially.
Yeah, it doesn't say Wii menu. It says Wii, not Wii U.
And so if I hit Wii menu, it's going to take me back to the Wii U home screen.
That's funny. I like that.
Cool. So what can we say about Galaxy 2? There are so many good things to say about Galaxy 2. Why don't you kick it off?
I really loved the evolution of the series because, I mean, to me, Mario Galaxy was pretty much like what I wanted out of a Mario platform at the time. And I was like, okay, can this get any better? I'm not really sure. This managed to make things even better for me with the addition of Yoshi, which I always wanted, the addition of like so much more techniques, especially some of the boss fights. I think like Mario's never had the most like craziest boss fights, but they make them memorable, even if they aren't really challenging. Like the orchestral score and like the stage and like having to fly around, things like that really make it memorable, in my opinion.
Oh, get out of the mud! Get out of the mud!
Back.
All right,
hang on. Here I am. Take that.
Yeah, why don't you hold him in place? Do it.
I don't have any star bits. I gotta get some more.
So hopefully the play is coming through all right. I haven't played this in a while, so I'm a little off my game. I did play this weekend with a good friend who had never played this game, actually. Like, I know some folks who they just missed out on the Wii era. So for them, this is a good idea. For folks who already own these games, not really the best recommended purchase unless you feel like supporting it. $10 again. Like if you can't find Metro Prime Trilogy, this is it. Or Super Mario Galaxy 2 or Punch Out, which was also announced, which you said earlier.
Yeah, like I already have this for the Wii. I don't think I'll need it. Though I will say this is actually the game that I was playing when my original Wii broke down.
What?
It overheated.
Tell that story.
So I was doing one of those, one of the levels where you have to to glide on that crazy bird.
Okay.
And for some reason, things started really slowing down, and then it got really creepy. Like half of the textures just stopped appearing, and things got really slow, and the music got really weird. I thought the game was just like having like this like mental breakdown, and it was going to be like this like creepy thing, like it was going to like reach the screen and grab me. It was really creepy, and then finally just shut off, and then it would not turn back on.
Wow,
so
that's so unfortunate.
I sent to Nintendo, and I got it refurbished, but then I lost all my progress.
So every stage has a Comet coin, which we just stopped to get. That's a horrible story, by the way. Not to take away from that. Sorry. Yoshi, they get right down to business with Yoshi. You get him almost nearly instant. I mean, you play like one stage without him. The Comet coin you can find in every first stage. Let me get this guy. Thanks. So if you see that player 2 icon, that is Brendan playing as Luma to help me out. It was so I feel like this was just sort of Nintendo trying to compensate for for the Wii's user base. Oh God, hang on, I gotta get this guy off. The Wii's user base was pretty casual, and so games like Mario Galaxy were pretty intimidating. So I feel like modes like this were just ways to get other people in the living room just kind of playing some of these games, and whoops, I lost Yoshi.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good way to get, my wife back at the time to play with me.
You got your wife back because of Mario Galaxy? I'm kidding.
Save my marriage. Thanks, Nintendo. Oh, just these shots, I just love them. Like the exploding volcanoes.
It's absolutely fantastic, yeah. Some folks would ask, why didn't Galaxy 1 get a release? And I've been asking myself the same question a lot. Like, why start with 2 rather than 1? And I think, honestly, it might be because 2 happened at a time when I feel like, I don't know, I feel like more people took a chance on 1 than they did on 2. And if there was one that I would re-release, or I would recommend re-releasing, it would probably be 2 instead.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I think, especially because it happened at the end of the Wii's life cycle, people might have already moved on by that time.
Yeah, the HD era was pretty much in full swing.
Yeah, I think more people played 1 than 2. 1 was the game that everyone had to get for their Wii. Yep. Whereas 2, maybe you were already moving on to the something else by that time.
Well, and 2 was a big surprise for a lot of people. It's just like one day, what? Super Mario Galaxy 2? Yeah. I'm not even done with 1 yet. It was a big surprise for a lot of folks, and it's absolutely excellent platforming. If anything, there's always the heated debate, right? Which one was better, Galaxy 1 or Galaxy 2? I see arguments for both sides all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I think both sides had their point. I personally like 2 better just because it added so much more to an already great system. It expanded on everything that made 1 just really wonderful to play and made things even better. I mean, Yoshi alone, having this new ability to suck up things and use his tongue in very inventive ways.
When he had transformations, he could like
I love the running up walls.
Yeah, they were able to fit that in as well.
And it had a throwback Galaxy.
It did, yeah, and it plays the Mario 64 music, if I remember right. Yeah. And if there's one thing also, just to revisiting, I don't know which icon is mine and which one is yours.
Mine's the big orange one.
I know, but I keep seeing it, and I'm just not used to that. But anyway, if you didn't already enjoy all this platforming and all this really good, sort of game design, the music is so good. Like, if you needed more reasons to revisit Mario Galaxy's already amazing orchestral soundtrack, like, this was it.
Now I have to ask you.
Okay, what are you asking?
You played like the last stage in Galaxy 1 and 2, right? The Grandmaster Galaxies.
It's been a while, but go.
Which one do you think was harder for you to complete?
God, they were both really tough, man. I don't think I finished either one, actually, now that I think about it.
I think this one was harder for me because you had the Cloud Mario.
Okay.
And like you had to basically switch outfits throughout the stage. You only had with the green star, you only had 1 hit point, so you couldn't get hit more than once, I think. But having the Cloud Mario just screwed up with your you had a lot more flow to your jumps, and it made it really hard to be precise with that with the Cloud outfit. And I remember I almost broke my Wii remote one time. Like, I have played that stage so many times, and when I finally did it, I just felt so proud of myself. I think 1 was hard too, but I think 2 was the hard one.
Yep.
And then 3D World would just kill me now.
Yeah, the last stage of that is pretty brutal. Ooh, come here.
Yoshi, now.
He's gonna run away. Oh, you can stop him? Great.
You can stun Yoshi.
Stop him from leaving or from jumping off platforms. Well, that was my mistake.
That's all you.
Yeah, that was all me. I would also recommend, if you haven't seen a speedrun of Galaxy 2, there are some really good speedruns on the internet that will show you some crazy stuff. Like that transition that just happened. Wait, can I... All I gotta do is stun him and hit him.
Once I stun him, you can go for it.
Yep. Okay. But anyway, some really great speedrunners are online for this game that you should totally check out, including like a crazy acrobatic. I'm not even going to bother with that shelf, even though I kind of want it. Whoa. Okay, I messed up there.
Your platforming skills.
Yeah, it's been you know, and I played this weekend with a good friend of mine who had not played it, and I hadn't seen a smile that big in a really long time.
It's always nice to see like someone who hasn't experienced like a certain particular Mario or Zelda game and just play it for the first time and go like, whoa.
Yeah, totally. And you know, and hopefully like this is just a sign of more to come. Like if you don't, you know, if you were looking for like Twilight Princess or something like that.
Yeah, that would be nice.
You know, Skyward Sword potentially.
I really hope they keep the trend up with these really good titles coming out.
Yeah, the biggest thing, my biggest question right now is consistency. Like, you know, for a while, Nintendo has this habit of, well, there we go, of announcing a bunch of stuff like, hey, here's 3 weeks worth of cool things we're putting out, and then they go dark for a while.
Yeah, I remember the Virtual Console when it first came out had that problem.
Yeah, GBA games too. Initially, I think they announced like 5 or 6 when they came to Wii U, and then quiet. But it also, you know, you got to wonder between this, when N64 games show up, like the Wii U is currently being turned into the Nintendo box, where you can play NES, Super Nintendo, GBA, N64 one day, hopefully, and a bunch of other stuff. So
and hopefully more cross-buy games 3DS.
Yep.
We had our first announcement, the Nintendo Direct for cross-buy games. So hopefully we see more of those too, and then we'll be able to get more. Buy it 3DS, get also Wii U.
There you go. All right, folks. Well, there you have it. Just a quick look at Super Mario Galaxy 2, which is available on the Nintendo eShop as a digital download. So if you don't have this game, for the first week, it is $10. After that, it is $20. So make sure that you check that out if you're interested or know someone who has a Wii U and did not play this fantastic, fantastic game. Make sure you check out the review on IGN. It's still there. It didn't go anywhere just because we haven't seen this game in a while.
Still has a guide too.
Yep. And for more Nintendo Let's Plays and Nintendo coverage, make sure you keep it right here at IGN.